Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel Dhani Classes. If you are watching my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever new video will be uploaded. So in today's video we will cover the chapter Poets and Pancakes written by Ashoka Mitran from class 12 CBSE part 1. So let's get started. Let's talk about the author. Ashoka Mitran, born in 1931, a Tamil writer, recounts his years at Gemini Studios in his book My Years with Boss, which talks of the influence of movie on every aspect of life in India. The Gemini Studio, located in Chennai, was set up in 1940. It was one of the most influential film producing organizations of India in the early days of Indian filmmaking. Its founder was S.S. Vasan. The duty of Ashoka Mitran in Gemini Studio was to cut out newspaper clipping on a variety of subjects and store them in files. Many of these had to be written out by hand. Although he performed an insignificant function, he was the most well informed of all the members of the Gemini family. The following is an excerpt from his book My Years with Boss. Let's notice these words and expressions in the text. Infer their meaning from the context. Blew over means to pass by or to an end. A coat of mail means a garment of metal scale. Heard a bell ringing means recall something quicker. Struck dumb means shocked. The favorite haunt means frequently visited by someone. Played into their hands means to support in doing something. Pancake was the brand name of the makeup material that Gemini Studio brought in truckloads. So here the author is saying that all the actors and actresses used Pancake makeup brand in the Gemini Studios and they ordered or bought this brand in truckloads. That means in a huge quantity because there were a lot of people in Gemini Studio who used makeup material of Pancake brand. Greta Garbo must have used it, Miss Gohar must have used it, Vijayanti Mala must also have used it, but Rati Agnihotri may not have even heard of it. So here he is talking about Swedish American actresses named Greta Garbo, and she was very popular in 1950s and said she might have used this Pancake makeup material, and further he is also including the name of Indian actresses such as Vijayanti Mala that she might have used the brand Pancake for makeup. So Vijayanti Mala was very popular in 1960 or 1970s. And further he says the makeup department of the Gemini Studios was in the upstairs of a building that was believed to have been Robert Cliff's stables. So here he is talking about the Gemini Studios and where it was situated. So the makeup room of Gemini Studio was situated on upper level of the building, and that building was known as Robert Cliff's stables. So stables refers to a place where horses and other pet animals are kept. So who was Robert Cliffs here? Robert Cliffs was the first British governor of the West Bengal presidency around 1751, and after that he had occupied a lot of building in Madras in those days, and those buildings believed to be Robert Cliffs stable where Gemini Studio was situated. A dozen other buildings in the city are said to have been his residence. So here there was a lot of buildings in Madras owned by Robert Cliff, and most of the buildings in the city were known as the place of his residency. And further author is saying for his brief life and an event briefer stay in Madras, Robert Cliff seems to have done a lot of moving. So here he is saying that Robert Cliff stayed for a short time in Madras and it seems to have done a lot of moving. That means he used to change his stay frequently from one place to another, and besides fighting some impossible battles in remote corners of India and marrying a maiden in St. Mary's Church in Fort St. George in Madras. So here the narrator is saying that he is believed to have fought some impossible battles in the remote areas of India. So probably this could be the reason why he had keep changing his locations. At the same time, he also married with a maiden, that means a young girl, in St. Mary Church that was in Fort St. George in Madras. The makeup room had the look of hair cutting salon with lights at all angles around half a dozen large mirrors. So here he is talking about the makeup room was looking like a hair cutting salon because there were 6 to 7 large mirrors surrounded by the large bulbs all around them, and the room was so bright, so that's why it was looking like a hair cutting salon. They were all incandescent lights, so you can imagine the fiery imagery of those subjected to makeup. So all lights were incandescent, which means a light with heat and blazing. So you can imagine the fiery imagery of those subjected to makeup. That means you can imagine pain, trouble and discomfort for those getting their makeup done in hot and blazing lights. So it was very hard to sit there and face the light and get the makeup done. And further he says the makeup department was first headed by a Bengali who became too big for a studio and left. So the makeup department was set up by a Bengali and he was the head of the makeup department at that time, and he became too big for a studio and left. That means he started feeling proud to be head of the makeup department because he put lot of efforts and outgrew Jimny Studio and left it for more opportunities. He was succeeded by a Maharashtrian who was assisted by Dharawar Kannadiga, an Andhra, a Madras Indian Christian, an Anglo-Burmese and the usual local Tamils. So here the narrator is saying that he was succeeded by a Maharashtrian who was assisted by a Dharawar Kannadiga. That means after Bengali left, they appointed a new head of the makeup department and he was Maharashtrian, and he was assisted or he was guided by a Dharawar Kannadiga and then an Andhra, a Madras Indian Christian. So there were many people coming from different parts of India, and local Tamils had also worked for this makeup department. And further he says, all this shows that there was a great deal of national integration long before AIR and Doordarshan began broadcasting programs on national integration. So here the narrator is talking about AIR and Doordarshan, that they used to broadcast programs on national integration. So what do you mean by national integration here? That means the act of bringing together smaller components into a single system that functions as one. So before independence, people from different cultures and religions worked together and looked forward to improve individual growth at that time. Further he says, this gang of nationally integrated makeup man could turn an indecent looking person into hideous crimson hued monster with the help of truckloads of pancake and a number of other locally made potion and lotions. So here the narrator is saying that the group of people working together in the makeup department could change any decent looking person into hideous crimson hued monster. That means this team of Nationally Integrated United had the ability to change any simple looking individual into ugly red monster with the help of huge quantity of pancake makeup materials and a number of other locally made potions and lotion. That means people from makeup department were very expert in makeup, and they used a lot of liquids and cream on these actresses' faces to turn their look from decent looking to an ugly looking monster. Those were the days of mainly indoor shooting. The only 5% of film was shot outdoors. That means in those days they never went out to shoot a movie, and most of the part of the movie were shot within the studio, and only 5% of movie were outdoor, and the rest of the part of the movie were shot indoors. I suppose the sets and studio lights needed the girls and boys to be made to look ugly in order to look presentable in the movie. So here the narrator is saying that truckloads of makeup materials and sets and studio lights were really needed to make these people look ugly in order to look presentable in front of the camera. And right after shooting, you will see the makeup remains on their faces and they look ugly in their real life too for some days. And further he says a strict hierarchy was maintained in the makeup department. So here he is saying that a strict hierarchy, that means a group of people who controls an organization and is divided into different segments. That hierarchy was maintained in the makeup department, and people worked according to their status and authority. And further he says the chief makeup man made the chief actors and actresses ugly. That means the person who managed makeup room was the chief makeup man and make actresses ugly looking by the help of makeup materials, and his senior assistant the second hero and heroine, and junior assistant the main comedian, and so forth. So here we can see how strict hierarchy is maintained, and the chief man does makeup for main actresses, and then assistant does makeup for hero and heroine, and then junior assistant does makeup for rest of the supporting staff. So hierarchy was maintained rank by rank according to their position or status. The player who played the crowd were the responsibility of the office boy. So here that means the office boy has given responsibility to make up the remaining crowd look ugly, and when it comes to the crowd shooting or group shooting, he used to paint their faces with the lot of makeup materials. Even the makeup department of the Gemini studio had an office boy. So here the narrator is saying that they had an office boy in the makeup department of the Gemini studio to make up supporting staff. And further he says on the days when there was a crowd shooting, you could see him mixing his paint in a giant vessel and slapping it on the crowd players. So here during the time when the shooting or scene was shot on a group or a crowd, the office boy would be mixing many makeup material together of brand pancake such as cream, lotion, gel cream, liquid and so on, and put it into larger container because he would need it larger quantity, and he had to apply those on many people faces by slapping them on the crowd players. That means slapping it on the supporting staff faces, and the whole idea behind of is to cover each and every star to look ugly and to look good on the screen. The idea was to close every pore on the surface of the face in the process of applying makeup. So here the narrator is saying that they use huge quantity of makeup on the faces just because of to close every pore on the surface. That means hiding holes on the surface of the face. So that's why truckloads of pancake makeup materials had to be applied on the faces. He wasn't exactly a boy, he was in his early 40s, having entered the studios years ago in the hope of becoming a star actor or a top screenwriter, director or lyrics writer. So here he is talking about the office boy, that he was not really a boy. He was 40 years old man who worked as office boy at Gemini Studio. So he joined studio in thinking that he will become a star actor or a top screenwriter, director or especially lyrics writer, and further he says he was a bit of a poet. So he was a poet and he was good at poetry as well. So he wanted to build up his career in film industry. So that's why he had joined Gemini Studio as office boy when he was 40 years old. Further he says, in those days I worked in a cubicule, two whole sides of which were French window. I didn't know at that time they were called French windows. So here he is talking about his workplace at Gemini Studio, and there was a cubicule, that means a small area of a room where only a desk can be adjusted, and there was two sides of French windows were there. So what do you mean by French windows? That means a pair of windows with large glasses which opens inward or outward from the middle and reaches to the floor. So that's the thing narrator didn't know at that time, that they were called French windows. So he had this French window at his workplace. Further he says, seeing me sitting at my desk tearing up newspaper day in and day out, most people thought I was doing next to nothing. So here he is saying that his prime responsibility was to read newspaper and cut out important news from the newspaper every day and save it to a file. So throughout the day he was only doing the same work, and further he says most people thought I was doing next to nothing. That means everyone in his workplace thought that he is not doing anything except reading newspaper and it is worthless. It is likely that the boss thought likewise too. That means most of the people believed that he don't have any work to do, and he had also a doubt that his boss SS Watson might have thought that he had no work at all. So anyone who felt I should be given some occupation would barge into my cubicule and deliver an extended lecture. So here he is saying that whenever people thought that Ashoka Mitran had no work, they would barge into my cubicile and deliver an extended lecture. That means they would come forcefully into my cubicile to lecture him about doing something real and productive. And further he says the boy in the makeup department had decided I should be enlightened on how great literary talent was being allowed to go waste in our department fit only for barbers and perverts. So here he is talking about the office boy that he used to come into my cubicile of Ashoka Mitran to share his views of how his poetic talent was getting wasted in the makeup department. Though he was very talented poet, but in thinking of becoming a screenwriter or lyrics writer, he had joined makeup department of Gemini Studios, and in his thought, this makeup department suits only for barbers and perverts. That means it suits for a person who cuts men's hair and the people whose dirty behavior is not acceptable at all. Soon I was praying for crowd shooting all the time. So here the narrator says that he didn't want to entertain the office boy because he used to come to his cubicile and share his views on his job and his lifestyle, and always says that he is wasting his time here. So Ashoka Mitran always pray for crowd shooting so that this office boy could get some work to do. Further he says nothing short of it could save me from his epics. So here, as Ashoka Mitran always pray for crowd shooting so that he could get it from the office boy and discussing same long talks like a narration of poetry with the office boy, and he could save him from his epics. So what do you mean by epics here? That means a long narrative poem or long work of art. And further he says, in all instances of frustration, you will always find anger directed towards a single person openly or covertly. And this man of the makeup department was convinced that all his woes, ignominy and neglect were due to Kotamangalam Subbu. So here the narrator is saying that all instances of frustration, that means whenever somebody is exhausted or frustrated, they will always show their anger in a different ways, either wordlessly or directly or secretly towards a single person. And further he says the office boy from makeup department was satisfied that all his woes, ignominy, that means all his sorrow and unhappiness were because of Kotamangalam Subbu. So most of the time Kotamangalam Subbu disturbed him by pointing out his responsibility and worse behavior towards his office boy. So the office boy really satisfied and convinced that he knew the person who frustrates or irritates him. And then office boy used to keep complaining about this Ashoka Mitran. And further he says Subbu was the number 2 at Gemini Studios. So here he is saying that Subbu was very productive and important person for the Gemini Studios, and he was the second most person in the Gemini Studios. He couldn't have had a more encouraging opening in films than our grown-up makeup boy had. So here Ashoka Mitran is saying that though Kotamangalam Subbu was not well educated as compared to the office boy who worked for makeup department, however Subbu was very productive and successful in movies. So that's why Subbu, he was the second most person in the Gemini Studios, and that's why, and this is the reason why office boy feels neglected. I hope you liked the video. Let's look at the second part of the chapter in my next video. For more informative videos, do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever new video will be uploaded. So thank you so much for watching once again. Stay safe, stay healthy.